Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Project. In this module I want to show you how you can work with a split screen view, and in this example I want to show you how you can work with the Gantt chart in the top half of the screen and the network diagram in the bottom half of the screen. So first of all, let's do some little tasks. So I'll call this project A. We'll have task 1, task 2, task 3, like that. It can all be one-day tasks. It'll help. Press escape to get rid of that, and then we'll just indent these three. Back to tasks, indent, and everything's one day. Then I'll just link these up as well, so they just follow on like so. Great. Now to get the network diagram, which is this, if I click on it first of all, you see that's the same set of tasks in the network diagram view, but for that to appear with the Gantt chart, what you need to use is a split screen feature, which is on the View tab. Click on View, and then over on the right you've got Split View. Now when you tick Details, it will give you the task form, but you can select options within there, one of them being the network diagram. Now at the moment it's just highlighting one item, one task. If I highlight all three, it will give me all three. If I highlight the project, it will give me the summary task as well. So this is the same project information, but almost like a flow chart going through the project like so. Now you can change the table information as you can on this one. If I go to tables and select the cost table, for example, that's the same information in terms of cost, but when I come back to this one, it is not showing the cost information, it's still showing the default. But if I just right click into the white area, you can go into different areas of this, like layout. This is all the layout bits for this diagram. You can set this up in different styles if you like and color it in. If I cancel that, if you double click on the white area, you can actually get into the tables, like the cost table for example. So at the moment it's on, well, I'm clicked onto this summary, it's showing the summary information, but if I go to cost, that will show the cost information. These are the ones that are showing red because they're all critical. If I click on the critical, I can do the same thing there. Click on cost, click OK, and then that's now showing the cost information, of which there isn't any because I've not added any resources. But if I just go to the resource sheet and add a couple, so if I click on, let's take the split off and do that. Let's go to the resource sheet. Let's add Bill and Ben. They can both be on £10 an hour, 10, 10. So now I will have some costs if I allocate these people. So I flick this back over to the entry table, and then you can allocate these people that you just added in there to these tasks. So I'll add those two to that task, and then Ben to that one, and then Bill to that one. So now if I flick over to the cost table, I do have some figures. That's the actual cost. I haven't saved the baseline, so it's not showing that. If I go back to the split screen and select again network diagram, highlight these four, get the whole thing sitting underneath with the cost information sitting in there. Now if I go up to project and set a baseline, this baseline column will be filled in, and so will that there. So if I set baseline, OK, you see the baseline figure filling in there, and that baseline column filled in there. Now if you want to, if I right click again and just if I double click, I'll double click. You see, if I right click, it's just the box styles you want to go to, same place. If you want, you can create your own templates. You can go to more templates, and these are the ones that are preset. You can create new, and you can just add your own. So if I just call this Steve, for example, and then you can basically populate the fields. So if I just type ID in there, that'll give you the ID field, and then name, which will be task name, and then I'll go percentage complete, and then maybe duration, and then start, and then finish, stuff like that. You can see it filling in there, and then let's go for actual cost, that one, and then you can just fill the rest in. I'll just leave it like that for now. If I click OK to that, that becomes available. Close this, and then now I can select that. I've already got that selected, remember, but there's Steve, so that information now goes into there, and that obviously becomes a lot smaller. So if I double click again, I could do it for the critical tasks. OK, not OK, Steve, critical, select Steve. OK, so now they've all become a lot smaller because of the information in there. So that's how you can change that. Now they're all showing critical, and if I go back to the top part of the screen and just go back to a view and select the table, put it back to entry for a second, this is not, it is critical, but it's not displaying critical. If I go to Gantt chart format, I can tick this option, and they're showing red as well as are these. That's why they're red. They would show red also. But if I make one of these not critical, so if I say that one is 3 days, and just break that link, so there's no link there. Now Bill is doing that task, and because it's not linked, it's gone blue, which means it's not critical. And I want to highlight this, don't worry about the over allocation. You can see what's happened there. So if I double click on there, so this task, in fact before I double click I need to click on that. That task is not picking up this sort of style. So if I double click on there, I can select, so it's non-critical. I can select the same template, so it has the same information even though it's coloured a different colour. So you can see it's slightly coloured differently. If you want, like I said, you can change not just the styles. You can go into layout and you can change everything really. You can change the colours and the alignment of everything in these boxes. It's totally up to you. There's red for critical, whatever you want to do. Click OK to that. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use the network diagram in conjunction with a Gantt chart with this split screen feature. So hopefully that video was of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one.